Remember when Microsoft said that Windows 10 was going to be the last numbered release of Windows? Pepperidge Farms remembers. But apparently Microsoft forgot, and Windows 11 is coming, and there's already a bunch of drama about it. It's a whole thing. Anyways, we're going to check out Windows 11, test it out, and we're going to look at everything that's wrong with it before it's even out. So stick around. Hello, wonderful and amazing people. You are watching DS Tech Media, and I am Jay, and this is the show where we cover everything tech, but especially Linux and open source software. But not this time, because we are looking at the beacon of proprietary software. I meant to do this video months ago, and I'm just terrible at getting videos done, kind of like the Linux audio video that I've been working on for forever, and it is coming. I promise it's coming. But yeah, I originally started working on this video when the Windows 11 leak happened. I immediately went and got a copy of it, planned on doing breaking news or whatever. Clearly, that did not happen. But nonetheless, there's a lot of interesting developments on that front. So a lot of Linux YouTubers and creators have a very adversarial view of Windows, and I am not one of those people, because I think Windows is actually a decent operating system. It's kind of the unique operating system, since Mac and Windows are descendants of Unix. Regarding Windows 11, it's coming packed with a bunch of new features, but there's been a lot of controversy surrounding the system requirements. It will only work on 64-bit hardware, a minimum of 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage. Processors officially supported are the Intel Core Series 8th generation or later, AMD Zen Plus or later, Qualcomm Snapdragon 850 or later, and there's a possibility that Intel's Kaby Lake and AMD's original Zen architectures will be considered. Additionally, there is no legacy BIOS support, UEFI only. It must have secure boot enabled, and it must have trusted platform module, or TPM 2.0 security coprocessor. Original equipment manufacturers can ship non-TPM hardware with approval from Microsoft. And here I have a infographic regarding the TPM. Basically, it's going to be doing integrity checks at the boot up of the computer. It can also do full disk encryption, and can also be used in Lux for the Linux unified key setup. It's basically just a chip that runs dedicated security functionality. And fun fact, as per these requirements, I can't even run Windows 11 on any of the computers that I have currently. Needless to say, a lot of people are very upset about the system requirements, and I found this article. It's from ZDNet, and it reads, Microsoft's Windows 11 outreach efforts aren't going very well. And the article links to this video, which was a live stream from a couple of Microsoft outreach employees. And basically they reassure everyone by saying that Windows 11 will be available as a free upgrade to Windows 10 users. But that isn't very reassuring when you're going to need to buy new hardware just to use Windows 11. At one point, she even pitches more Microsoft services and recommends moving their workflows to Microsoft's cloud, which is classy. But the most important thing, the like to dislike ratio. Look at that. 212 upvotes to
Aria has already explained the
4.3
full playload,
thousand
how easy it is
downvotes,
to
and
upgrade,
they've
how easy it is to
turned the
manage.
comments
It's
off.
just
And
a
live chat
one-stop shop,
replay is
right,
also turned off for
for
this
everything.
video. What a
And
surprise!
Aria's
Alright, so
mentioned
let's
about
jump
the safeguard
into
holes.
Windows 11 itself. So we'll be testing it out as a VM, and ironically, this will be the only way I can run Windows 11 because my hardware does not support the requirements. They've revamped the installer. One of the interesting things is they include this dialog for what privacy settings you can turn on: location, find my device, diagnostic data, inking and typing, tailored experiences, etc. and so forth. And this is obviously a response to all the controversy with Windows 10 and the perceived spying. So I thought that was worth mentioning. They also let you customize your experience, select different things like entertainment, gaming, creativity, school. Here we are. This is the new Fluent design language. It focuses on simplicity, ease of use. It uses a rounded geometry. It has entirely refreshed iconography. Color palette has also been refreshed. It prominently makes use of transparency and shadows, and mica is a new opaque material tinted with the primary color of the desktop wallpaper. Apparently, this is a move away from the flat look of Metro, and it reintroduces a lot of the visuals from Era, which was introduced with Windows Vista. It's also available in Windows 7. They've totally revamped the start menu and taskbar. By default, everything is centered instead of being aligned to the left. Another thing that you'll notice is missing is Cortana, which it's no longer included by default. Got pinned applications: Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Photoshop Express, Paint, Notepad, Explore, Movies, TV, Tips, Office, Solitaire, of course, PixArt. Down here they've got a recommended, and this is welcome getting started with Windows. See what this is all about. They've revamped Windows Explorer, and for some reason it looks like they still don't have tabs in Windows Explorer, and that kind of blows me away. And they suggest a bunch of different apps here. They have a focus assist settings, which I guess just like a do not disturb. Microsoft Edge allows you to set up your new tab page in 3 different ways: focused, informational, and inspirational. Oh well, apparently you can link your Android and use your favorite apps, respond to text, make calls, view photos, and more. That is pretty cool. Chat apparently works with iOS, Android, or Mac. Got like a family group deal with parental controls. The Xbox app is included, and we're all set. So down here we have like a overview deal with our virtual desktops, and this setup functions exactly like the window manager in Elementary OS. I mean, it almost seems like they were inspired by Elementary OS. This is the chat app, which almost looks like it might be a replacement to Microsoft Messenger or MSN Messenger. Okay, so this is actually Microsoft Teams. This is the new widgets overlay, and it includes all the Windows Start stuff. So you got stocks, weather, sports, and a news aggregator. And I assume that you can customize this to some extent. There's also an integrated search right here. Let's check out the settings. So we've got built-in themes. Very nice. Apparently I have to activate it to customize themes, but it's good to know that it's there. There's even a gaming settings, game mode, so we can optimize your PC for gameplay by disabling different things. Graphics tab here, and you can set different graphics functions for each app, so power saving, GPU performance, or high performance. I'd be interested to find out how well that works. Looks like there's HDR support in the display. When we click the time and date, we get notifications, and calendar widget pops up over here. They have a screencast, and this is all under the, I guess, this is network and sound. Priority only, alarms only, focus assist, turn nightlight on or off, and they got accessibility features here. The Microsoft Store has been revamped for Windows 11 as well. And I'll be honest, I haven't used Windows in such a long time, and even when I did, I never used the Microsoft Store, so it's interesting. They got Adobe Lightroom here listed for free. Oh, for free for 7 days. That figures. So I just did a search for GIMP, and there's GIMP photo for $49.99. That's pretty much the definition of a scam, and it's right there in the second row when I search for GIMP. But they have a gaming tag in the store as well, and a movies and TV tab. Let's check out the Xbox app. But I guess this has some kind of integration with your Xbox account, which I do not have. One thing I did want to check out is the new snap layouts. So if you hover over the maximize button, you get various snap layouts, and you can choose any of the slicings of this. So this is almost like a tiling window manager setup, I guess you could say, which is pretty cool. And you can apparently also save these as snap groups and return to them the way they were. They also include Microsoft To Do. Oh, okay, so here is all the apps. I was surprised by the lack of bloat, but it's here. There's a snipping tool, there's sticky notes, and then there's snip and sketch. Microsoft To Do is basically just a notes and list taking app. Ubuntu actually has something just like this. It's basically modeled off of that. So this is the snip and sketch tool. Hi, Arlo. And you can make little edits and etc. and so forth. Kind of cool, nothing groundbreaking there. So one interesting thing that I don't believe is going to be implemented at release is the Windows subsystem for Android, and that's basically going to let you install Android apps right into Windows 11 via the Intel Bridge technology and components from the Android open source project. I don't believe that there's any way to test that as of right now. It is going to also make use of direct storage, And of course, there's going to be DirectX 12 Ultimate. Yeah, basically, it looks like there's some kind of advanced solid state storage system that's being used on the Xbox X. And when you're gaming on Windows 11, it's also going to have that feature brought to it. It's also got automatic HDR, and it supports dynamic refresh rate as well. So I guess there you have it, guys. This is Windows 11. Visually, it looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it reminds me a little more of Linux, like some kind of a mixture between GNOME and KDE. This feature right here, I mean, this really reminds me of Elementary OS's Gala window manager. I like the snapping feature. The widget feature is interesting. The theming and everything looks a lot better. It still kind of feels like there's a lot going on here, and especially with the new system requirements, I just don't see anything here that makes this some kind of a must-have change. I mean, maybe they're going to be adding to it in the future and giving people more of a reason to make the switch from Windows 10 to Windows 11. But just as this preview stands, even if it did have the Android subsystem, I don't see the need for it, especially when it would require for me buying an entirely new computer. And I mean, like, I don't even use Windows. I do game, and it's likely that when I build a new gaming computer, it'll probably have Windows 11. Even though I try to do most of my gaming on Linux, it's going to be titles that I will end up having to go to Windows for. And it took them forever to get Windows 10 adoption to go up. I mean, there's still a lot of people out there using Windows XP. I have a computer still running Windows 7. No updates coming. So it'll be interesting to see how many people are going to go for this. The rate at which people are buying desktops and laptops has dramatically dropped since the advent of smartphones, and maybe Microsoft thinks this is some way to get people to start buying new ones. I don't really understand why they would go that way with it. But anyways, that's what I can show you for now. What do you guys think? Are you going to be making the switch? I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. And if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and consider hitting that thumbs up. Give this a like. That really helps me out. If you like content like this, make sure to subscribe. There's lots of stuff to come. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. I'm Jay, and this is DS Tech Media, and I will be seeing you in the next one.